Welcome to the number one soca podcast in the world, Steva J's Playlist, hosted by Steva J.
Hello, soca lovers. This is your girl, Steva J.
Steva J's Playlist is the catalyst of this new soca revolution.
With features like Island FYI, Steva J's favorite tracks, trending soca, exclusive interviews, and the hottest soca song from the featured island.
It's time to soca.
This is Steva J's Playlist.
Hello, soca lovers. This is your girl, Steva J. Welcome to another episode of Steva J's Playlist. In this episode, our featured island, or should I say territory, is Antigua and Barbuda. And this episode has definitely been unique. So let's get into it.
Island FYI.
So in this episode, I definitely had to go all in. I never realized how little I knew about Antigua and Barbuda until it got to this episode. So a lot of the information that I have acquired whilst researching Antigua and Barbuda was fairly new to me, and I am quite excited to be sharing this information with you all. Antigua and Barbuda are most commonly known for its 365 beaches. Yes, 365 beaches, which means you can go to one beach every single day. You can actually walk from one part of the island that is in Antigua. You can walk from one part of Antigua over to the other side within 45 minutes. That is quite interesting to me. There is also a beach in Antigua and the sand is pink. Now, I'm not going to go into detail in that, but feel free to research Antigua and Barbuda yourself. Oh my goodness. So there are several small islands within the Antigua and Barbuda territory, which includes the uninhabited island of Redonda. Barbuda is also home to one of the largest frigate bird colonies in the Western Hemisphere. The frigate bird, you guessed it, also happens to be their national bird. Antigua is 108.5 square miles and Barbuda is 61.99 square miles. There are also smaller islands within the territory of Antigua and Barbuda. So whilst the size of the island is only 108.5 square miles and Barbuda is only 61.99 square miles, the other islands, when added to that, does make Antigua and Barbuda a little bit larger. The language of Antigua and Barbuda is English. The currency is Eastern Caribbean dollars, but they also accept US dollars. The national dish of Antigua and Barbuda is fungi and pepper pot. Now, I've never had fungi myself, but I've been told it's a very delicious dish. The dish is almost completely made of cornmeal. It is a thick, rich vegetable stew that is made with yam and salted meats. I am definitely up for trying that out, as I am a lover of salted meat. You know, if you've been following the show, you know Steva J is a foodie. I love my food. So to anyone listening, if you are close to where I am, if you know how to make the fungi, please hit your girl up. According to AntiguaNight.com, the flag has a 7-point golden sun. I have seen many flags and I have read up on many of their meanings, the different colors, the combinations, but Antigua and Barbuda's flag, and I must say, I absolutely love the concept of Antigua and Barbuda's flag. The 7-point golden sun in the Antigua and Barbuda flag represents the dawn of a new era. The color red is for the lifeblood of slave fathers and the dynamism of the people. Blue represents hope, black the soil and African heritage, and gold, blue and white, Antigua's and Barbuda's tourist attractions, sun, sea and sand. If you are just tuning in, you are now listening to Steva J's Playlist. I am happy you are here. Up next, I will share with you some of my favorite soca tracks from Antigua and Barbuda.
Up next, Steva J's favorite tracks.
First up, we have Ricardo Drew, Professional.
No matter the question, the answer, nation, is always wrong. Boy, show me where you're drinking. Drink where you're drinking. I'm a professional. Lord, it's true. All day we drinking and a professional drinker.
That's right.
Professional, for real. A drinker don't get drunk. What do you mean?
Never.
Anytime I have alcohol, I just have a ball. And let me turn it up now. When rum gets in my anatomy, I just feel so alive. If drinking rum was a strategy, I done strategize. And they say I could never control what I drink. That is all lies. Just look me in my eyes. I'm a professional. All day we drinking and we don't need no chaser. Rum in our system, I'm a professional drinker.
Burning Flames, Worky.
Worky, 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 worky. Hold your woman, boom, she belly. Worky, 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 worky. Hold on, my son, hold on, party. Worky, 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 worky. Hey, I'm a boss. Hey, girl. You want work for you? I know I like romancing on the floor. Well, this is the song you've been waiting for. Hold somebody close, squeeze somebody tight. We turn off the light, darling, it's no worky tonight.
Smilers featuring Blade with Good Vibes.
Yeah, this is where the good meet. Yeah, this is where the good meet. Yeah. Let me take you to a soca fete and then we jump till we soaking wet. Let me take you to a good old jump where the people don't give a damn. We're just happy people in a happy place. And everybody have a smile on their face. Come to the Caribbean islands, party till we can't function. Come to the Carnival islands, where we jamming on every junction. We're just happy people in a happy place. And everybody have a smile on their face. Yeah, this is where the good vibes live. Yeah, this is where the good vibes is. Yeah, this is where the good vibes lives. Yeah, this is where the good vibes is. Yeah, we come to party non-stop. Jump up, jump up. Yes, we love to party non-stop. Jump up.
Still to come on Steva J's playlist, the soca tracks making the rounds and mashing up the place, an interview with locals of Antigua and Barbuda, and of course, a Steva J's playlist.
Up next,
So the soca tracks making the rounds are Vaughn Finally.
I man love to bet and I love to ramage. I man love to jam and I love to misbehave. Spoiling myself so much we don't feel no type of way. Stay far with your heavy energy. Just give
2 featuring DJ Kim with Soca Starts.
Soundboy Ryan.
Where the party tonight? Someone tell me where the party tonight. Where the party tonight? Someone tell me where the party tonight. Where the party tonight? Someone tell me where the party tonight. Where the party tonight? Someone tell me where the party tonight. Girl want party, girl and want feel wine. Come let's party 'cause it's carny time. Waistline moving morning to the night, and the girl they want for wine. The DJ them, the girl them a cock up and bend. Back shot when me come in a bed. Tick tock, girl wine till you dead. Anytime I see a girl you have to get wet. Burn like a cigarette, bend down the next. Slap up on your body, girl, shake up your leg. Burn like a cigarette, bend down the next. Let's get ready for the party, girl, wine your body. Get ready for the party, girl, wine your body. Let's get ready for the party, girl, wine your body. Get ready for the party, girl, wine your body. Yeah. Where the party tonight?
Lyrical own thing.
No people let talk and talk and talk and talk. Now every day I hear they calling my name. That they don't like what I do and they don't like what I say. Calling my name, but me and them is not the same, so I doing my own thing. And I don't care if you don't like it, I doing my own thing, lad. Don't care if you want fight it. The piece of my canal and I choose it. Then let me do it. How we don't care about the school face. So I go pick up myself and do anything that I wanna. Drink champagne with my brother. Go anywhere that I wanna. So if you see me in a fight with my lover, do anything that I wanna. Drink champagne with my brother. Go anywhere that I wanna. So when you see me in a fight with my lover, hey, yes I doing my own thing. And I don't care if you don't like it, I doing my own.
Nadia Batson, Endurance. Hard Fets.
Best late entry of the century. Braga. Yo. I'm not going no small fret. Let me extend my apologies. On a big fret with big flag going overhead like canopy. Rag in my back pocket with a white vest, sneakers and wallabies. Knife tips and tight pants. I never really rate none of these. I come from brass festival and from customs and from flour mills. Was a fed fire fret and licensing fret and them had a power pill. Everybody gunners and groovy bunchy, all you pushing power still. If it's me, you don't leave me with power on a hill. I ain't come here for no stand up. I come to party with my hand up. So all soca people, put your 2-1 in the air. You 2-1 in the air. You 2-1 in the air. I never come here for no stand up. I come to party with my hand up. All soca people, put your 2-1 in the air. You 2-1 in the air. All soca lovers do this. Show me your hand. 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 Show me your whoa.
Farmer Nappy, want it back.
We so unsexy, we nice and groovy. If you go on we lady, we don't want nothing jumpy. We don't like it too speedy. We so unsexy, we nice and groovy. If you go on we lady, we like it nice and groovy. Hey, easy, too much rah 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 rah. Fuck up the place, rah 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 rah. Mash up the place, rah 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 rah. Push on the fence, cooler boy, yes. We like it nice and slow, yes. So we coulda wind down low. So when she cock it back and she rock it back, boy, we want back some chicken, and some licking. Yes. So when your head under something, you have to start dancing. Yes. Because your head start to move so, and your foot start to move so, and the next thing you realize, you do one in the air so, and you're balling. This music turns me on. Come and party with me. That's why we sing. We so unsexy, we nice and groovy. If you go on we lady, we don't want nothing jumpy. We don't like it too speedy. We so unsexy, we nice and groovy. If you go on we lady, we like it nice and groovy.
Guys, is this the start of Carnival? Oh my, it does feel so, doesn't it? Up next, we have our interview.
This is a Steva J's Playlist exclusive interview.
Hello there. Could you go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Shari Phillip. I am from the beautiful island of Antigua, which is proudly known for its 365 turquoise water, white sandy beaches. I reside in an area called Casada Gardens Hillside, but both of my parents are from two different sides of the island, so it's basically like someone from town met someone from the countryside. They fell in love and had two children, one of which was me.
Are you a soca lover? Who is your favorite artist?
I am a huge soca lover. I think anyone who is predominantly from the Eastern Caribbean, we do know that soca is a very important genre in our culture and in our upbringing. So soca just happens to be one of those. I have a soca playlist on my phone, and I religiously will go through that at least once a week, at least. In terms of who my favorite soca artist is, it kind of varies, and it varies on my moods. I love Kes, who doesn't? I love Marshall, who doesn't? And I also love Claudette Peters, who is an Antiguan artist. And I think because she was a female pioneering in a game that was mostly run by the men in Antigua, I loved seeing how she could just stand on her own.
What does soca music mean to you?
What does soca mean to me? Soca is therapy. Soca is medicine. Soca is a way of life. Soca is a culture. Soca is whatever you need it to be for whatever you're going through. I think especially once again, anyone who is from the Eastern Caribbean, soca and calypso hold a different sort of love and depth to reggae and dancehall. Not that they're not genres of music that are loved and appreciated throughout the whole Caribbean, but I'm sure we all know that debate between, Jamaicans and the Eastern Caribbean with dancehall versus soca and reggae versus calypso kind of thing. But for us, it is so precious. It is so good. It is impossible to put on soca music and not want to dance to it. If I'm doing an errand and I probably have my earphones in and I'm listening to soca, I am almost walking to the beat of the music. I'm swaying to the song. I am mentally rolling my hips and dancing and having a good time because it puts you in that space. I cannot clean my house on Sundays without putting on soca. I'm not being productive. Or maybe it is a little counterproductive because then you have to stop and you have to sing and you have to dance and then continue doing what you have to do. But soca really and truly is that adaptive feeling of whatever you need it to be, it will be. So that's what soca means to me.
What is the baddest soca track you know?
The baddest soca track I know? This was a difficult question, but I'm going to hold true to heart with the initial answer that came to mind. I want to say it's Like a Boss from Mashup. Reason being, I had the privilege of studying in Trinidad for 2 years, and that was between the years of 2014 to 2016. And if I'm not mistaken, Like a Boss came out in 2015, and I grew up in a very conservative religious household, and because of that, even though I heard soca, I was never allowed to fully enjoy soca, and I was never allowed to fall in love with soca. So going to Trinidad, obviously being one of the bigger islands that is known for soca and its artists, I was hearing soca a lot more, on public transportation, in the stores, on the radio stations, and I had the freedom to fully listen to the song without the sort of microscope that my religion sort of puts over us and that my parents would have followed the mantras for, and Like a Boss would just be playing.
I just do it like a boss. I'm fetting morning and evening. This is my home and I'm leaving.
What is this song? Who is this person? This is just amazing. And that lit the match for me to fully fall in love with soca. So now that I didn't hear soca before, but I just never had a full opportunity to appreciate it the way that I did until at least 2015 with Like a Boss.
So Shari, if you had an opportunity to have a meaningful conversation about life and its journey with any two soca artists, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
If I had the opportunity to speak to any two soca artists, dead or alive, I think I would definitely choose Machel Montano. Gotta talk to Double M. And I would also speak to Claudette Peters. So I'll touch on Claudette first. Like I had said in a previous answer, Claudette was one of the only women that you really saw competing in the soca circuit in Antigua for years. And she was holding her ground against her male competitors, and it wasn't even in salacious ways to be using her body and her dance moves to get the crowd. She still has a very beautiful voice. She knows how to command the stage and the presence of the crowd and get the crowd going. And I would love to just speak to her, like, what encouraged you to go into something like this? When did you know that you had a knack? When did you know, hey, I can do this, and I can do it just as good as my male counterparts, if not better. I would love to pick her brain on that, because it really takes confidence and talent to say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be a one-woman show because I know I can hold the reins on that. So I absolutely would love to pick her brain and have a conversation about that. And in terms of good old Double M, if I was supposed to have a conversation with him, it would be not so much where he began or why he began, but how much he's progressed. Because I think all of us, or most of us, would have seen a clip of him, I think, in the States, and I think he was in New York, if I'm not mistaken, but one of those US states, and he was performing somewhere where DJ Khaled kind of like gave him the spotlight. How does he feel to be an entertainer in this industry, to carry the soca genre into a media platform that I don't think any Caribbean person really and truly foresaw? I think, at least in my limited space of thinking, that soca was just for us Caribbean people to enjoy. Our little wink-up song when it's our carnival seasons and call that a day. But to see him in such a platform where people who are outside the culture can appreciate our culture, and to see how many of us are in the international diasporas that could have been in the crowd and sing along. How did he feel in moments like that, where he's just not known within the islands, but he's international? How did Double M feel to be international? I would really, really love to know that feeling, because he's not just carrying the flag for Trinidad and Tobago anymore. He's almost carrying that CARICOM, that OECS, that Caribbean flag, just making waves for soca music. Because soca music is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. So to be able to reach those kind of wavelengths that I don't think we saw 10, 15, 20 years ago, and be able to do that now, especially now with so many social media platforms and streaming services, it is very easy for a video to go viral. So whoever was in attendance there that was able to capture it and then put it on the internet and be viewed by hundreds of thousands of other persons, both Caribbean descent or not, that is a big deal. So I would love to know, how does he feel about that? How does he feel to be, you know, our little soldier out there battling in the genre world? Maybe one day we would even have the Grammys recognizing soca as an actual genre. Maybe I'm reaching, I don't know. But that would be the two people I would love to speak to. Claudette Peters from Antigua and Masha Montano from Trinidad.
So in your opinion, what soca track best describes life in Antigua and Barbuda?
This question is actually a pretty good question. What soca track best describes life in Antigua and Barbuda? To me, hands down, it's Antigua Nice by Tizzy.
Antigua nice, sweet like paradise. Antigua nice, show it for the world to see. Antigua nice, how we live in unity. If you love this country, I wanna see your flags in the sky. High, high.
It's self-explanatory. It is a patriotic song that was put to the soca rhythms, basically explaining how we were nice. You know, Antigua nice, sweet like paradise. Every island I know, they're gonna say that they are the best. And I will proudly be biased to say that Antigua is the best. I love my little island in the sun. 365 beaches is just the beginning, like what our tourism motto really promotes. It's just one of those songs that it has that beat that you're gonna just dance to. It has that lyric that you're gonna sing to, and it's infused enough with patriotism that when you are singing it, it's more than just mindless words that are coming out your mouth. It's really a true calling to the heart. It's like our secondary national anthem, I would say. Maybe it's played almost like every independence, that kind of thing, because she really taps in to describe just how sweet we are. There are other artists who have made other songs, but I think that would be my number one in terms of a track that describes Antigua the best.
Shari, is there a soca track from an Antiguan soca artist that is guaranteed to get a crowd moving?
Now, this question to me might be the easiest question that was asked. Is there a soca track from an Antiguan artist that is guaranteed to get the crowd moving? Hands down, Worky by Burning Flames. Hands down. There is no song that Burning Flames will perform that does not get the crowd moving. But as long as we hear the intro for Worky, that's it. That's it. The crowd is going to move. And what is funny is that this song has been out for years. And it's a song that's been transcended throughout the generations. My grandmother knows it. My parents know it. My aunts know it. I know it. My younger brother knows it. It's just one of those songs. You have to know Worky if you are from Antigua. It is just, it's one of those ones. It's really just a beautiful song. It's composed well. Burning Flames, they're getting up there in age, but that does not stop them. They get the crowd going each and every time. They're basically our forefathers for soca on the island. I I just love it. I love Worky. I love Worky. And the thing is, it's just, I love the play on words as well. I love the play on words that Burning Flames knows how to do. But it's just the beat. I don't know, something about just hearing the introduction, you already start up. Because you know exactly what for them. You know that kind of way?
When visiting Antigua and Barbuda, what and where do you recommend for food, entertainment, adventure, and a real authentic experience?
Antigua and Barbuda, our main industry happens to be tourism. So when visiting the island, we are very tourism centered, which is a beautiful thing. So separate and apart from obviously our 365 beaches, we have Sailing Week that usually happens up in April. Unfortunately, the pandemic has, done a curveball on a lot of our activities that is done. But that was our annual sailing regatta. That was not just a regional thing, but international sailors would come into that. And that was a time not just for the sailors, but for the islanders to kind of enjoy the spectacle. Always a good time to play soca and to eat and enjoy, some good rum like the English Harbor rum from Antigua. And it does happen in the south of the island where English Harbor is kind of known for, because we do have a village that is called English Harbor. Carnival is always a good thing. We like to dub our carnival as the greatest summer festival, and I will stand firmly on that statement that we do provide the greatest summer festival. I know Barbados is going to want to challenge us with crop over, because they're also a summer carnival celebrator island as well. But I said what I said. I do love our festivities because it puts the full culture on display. But another really good time in Antigua, I would say, is our independence season. So our independence is the 1st of November, but that last week or so of October, we do begin our independence festivities, and each day is something different. So it literally dissects the culture into multiple days and puts it on full display. And it's just something that's really beautiful and sweet about seeing our patriotism just on full display. So we have days like, National Dress Day. So everyone comes dressed in the national fabric, the madras, or variations and alterations of the madras, making their own designs, and that's really pretty. We have all panorama on display. We have the parades that are on display. But what I do love, especially about our independent services, or not services, but festivities, is when we put on food fair. So food fair is usually done towards the afternoon, evening portion of the day of actual Independence Day on November 1st. And we have it at one of our national stadiums. And we have a mirage of our islanders who are into, the cuisines and everything, having stalls and displaying their creations of national dishes. So you'll have dukanan fungi, you'll have sawfish, you'll have fried dumpling. Barbuda is known for their seafood life, so there's lots of snapper and lobster and other assortment of seafood. Then we'll have little sweet treats, so someone's doing guava jam and guava jelly and cheese, tamarind jam, sugar cakes. It's just like you're walking through 50, 60, 70 different stalls of people just serving food. It's food, and more food. And you buy and eat, you talk and eat, you sit and eat, you buy food and carry home and eat some more. Oh, how could I forget goat water? Oh my God, love goat water. A good goat water will always do you good. And that sleep afterwards is amazing. So I think if you want to see Antigua in its full colors, either Carnival, which is the last weekend of July into the first weekend of August, or for our independence festivities, which would be surrounding November 1st, those put the island on full display. The food, the music, the patriotism, all of that, those 2 times definitely would be my recommendation. If you want to see the island, feel the island, enjoy the island, that's the time to go.
So, this is the end of our interview. And Shari, thank you so much for joining us today. And also, most importantly, thank you so much for that little peek into Antigua and Barbuda.
Up next,
it's time for Steva J's playlist. Now, guys, before we do go on, look out for DJ Diego's official Steva J's mixtape, where he showcases some of Antigua and Barbuda's hottest soca tracks. Up first on Steva J's playlist, our first artiste is known as Antigua's soca diva and the queen of soca of Antigua and Barbuda. Here is Claudette Peters with Need It.
Ooh, I like something about you, I like. Do me what you want, give me what I need. I'm feeling your baby, I'm begging you please, for your bass and your melody. It's part of me therapy, I need it. Trust me, I need it. Put me in a place like a fantasy. When I'm in your company, I need it. Trust me, I need it. Hey, hey. It's something I like, can't deny I like it. My heart start to race, something about you excited. When the rhythm play, take me away. Away, come and take me on top. When the music play, I'm feeling high up there. Give me music, come on, now play the music. Give me music, take over me with the music. Give me music, come on, now play the music. Give me music, take over me, can't refuse it. I need it, oh yes I need it, oh I need it, oh yes I need it, oh I need it, oh yeah I need it, oh I need it. Ooh, I like how you have my body moving the whole night, lighting up my whole night just like a moonlight. I swear in my life that I never shine so bright, so bright. It's something I like, can't deny I like it. My heart start to race, something about you exciting. When the rhythm play, take me away. Away, come and take me on top. When the music play, I'm feeling high up there. Give me music, come on, now play the music.
Again, we have Claudette Peters with Something Got a Hold on Me.
Music, it got me under control. Watch me waistline go. Watch me get on bad man and whining out of control. Moving to and fro. People think I'm mad and they think I'm drunk because music got me going crazy. Got me body getting out of control. Something got a hold on me and I'm feeling the rhythm. Something got a hold on me. Yes, I'm whining, I'm whining. Something got a hold on me. It's the music I'm feeling. Something got a hold on me. Watch me waistline go. Watch me get on bad man and whining out of control. Moving to and fro. People think I'm mad and they think I'm drunk, they don't know. Watch me waistline go. Watch me get on bad and I'm whining 'cause something got a hold on me and I'm feeling the rhythm. Something got a hold on me. Yeah, the whining, I'm whining.
Up next, we have Tian Winter with Crash.
Long time me want a girl like you, with a wine like you, with
a body like you. Champion body wine, let me see a girl wine on the spot and they got it on that there. No girl can wine like you, so them stand at attention while your name I mention. Come kill them with the wine when you got them back up your chat and mash up my back, girl. It's all about you, baby. Do what you do the best. Take control, my lady, and I will do the rest. It's all about you, baby. Take control, my lady, yeah, 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 yeah. Just let me crash in your bumper, crash in your bumper. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Walk up the structure, walk up the structure. Can you handle it?
Up next, we have Tian Winter and Boogie Ranks on the Benna Rhythm with Baddest.
Winter done, changing the winter plan. You see that gal I'm spending all me money on. She had the baddest, the baddest, the baddest. Put my money on that, spending the money on that. Now watch out, a girl inna the front of the party. Rock out and wine, mommy shake your bottom. The way you wine can tell that you're naughty. Bubble up your body, earthquake it, madam. Pass a wine, girl, tip on the toe. Position like 6 on the club. Me no mind if she want climb up on the bike, bring a tight something right, that girl. You are the baddest thing on earth. Wind up your body in a tight up skirt. How you fit in a them jeans now earth. Wine and go down with a squeeze, my girl. What a fat, galley fat, galley fat. Benny back, my girl, benny back, benny back. Plus your bam bam big like a what? Give me that, give me that. Because you are the baddest, the baddest, the baddest. Put my money on that, spending the money on that. My girl, you are the baddest, the baddest, the baddest. Put my money on that, spending the money on that. Hey, my girl, take my money 'cause you're bad.
Up next, we have Zamoni with Daddy.
Style, so she say, baby, don't you worry, got my daddy on the phone, and anything that I want, he can get it without a loan. So I ask her, your stepdaddy that she tell me, and mommy man that she tell me, she sure about that, but somehow I ain't believe that. So I ask her, your stepdaddy that she tell me, and mommy man that she tell me, she sure about that, but somebody sugar that bad. So daddy, daddy, tell me who is daddy? Who is daddy, daddy? Wanna who is daddy? So daddy, daddy, tell me who is daddy? Who is daddy, daddy? Wanna who is daddy? Bedtime come around, VIP is that girl style. She into eating and drinking, she into the lavish life. So she say, baby, can we go there? He look up stripping pride, 'cause he ain't got money for that. That's where daddy intertwined. So I ask her, your stepdaddy that she tell me.
Up next, we have Menace XL with Dirty Jam.
Check it. You know the shaman no clean. You know the washing machine. Because we never listen. With our business in me. Powder, water, beans. Powder, water, beans. Powder, water, beans. Powder, water, beans. The rhythm driving me crazy. This one is bad. Dirty up the wing and yes, dirty up the dress. Dash a little water, powder in the ear. This is how we do it. We never fear. Bring your water and smash it. Bring your powder and dash it. In the air, on the ground, expose the dirty habit. Water day, beer day. You know the shaman no clean. You know the washing machine.
Up next, we have Lowrider with Fish Dance. You are now listening to Steva J's playlist.
I'm a rider from the country, selling fish over the market. I don't play about my money. You are fish, you can call me. People looking for me, they say they love to see me. My fish niggas are shiny, they're driving people crazy. People looking for me, they say they love to see me. My fish
playlist is powered by DS Imaging for all your marketing and multimedia solutions. We are all the team you need. Up next, we have one of the most iconic and recognized soca bands in the world. They are responsible for so many soca anthems, and their music has definitely lived on from generation to generation. Please do enjoy a short mix from the iconic Burning Flames.
Burning flames pouring all over. Ended up down in Colombia. Festival in Cartagena. See all the people just a baila. A whole nice señorita. To me she just a sing this tune.
Sweet music playing,
next, we have G Eve with Grow Up.
Grow up. They say I won't grow up. Whoa. Grow up. G-Eve. They say I won't grow up. You really don't get it. It's way out of my control. This feeling I'm getting, it's going to be vibes of gold. You know it's long time. I wait and hold it out till this time. Come back around, you know that. I know that. So how I just get so unfree? What really just started? It's always that one big jam that does bring the feeling back. It's what's so just activate my ways. It's what's so just started. It's what's so just started. It's just who I am. I'm like a child when it comes to math. I can grow up. When I see money, paint and powder, I just look. From the first band I play with until now, I've been hooked. Carnival time is my playground. I don't want to grow up. Every year it's rolling back. Every year it's fall down flat. Every year I must come back. I must come back. But that every year is rolling back. Every year it's fall down flat. Every year I must come back. I must come back. Don't ever regret it. Live life for me, that's all. You know that already. What you want to judge me for? I rolling it up one time on anything that I say I like. Just so you know that. I know that, yeah. So how I just get so unfree? What really just started? It's always that one big jam that does bring me feeling back. It's what's so just activate my ways. It's what's so just started. It's what's so just started. It's just who I am. I'm like a child when it comes to math. I can grow up. When I see money, paint.
Up next, we have LA Crew Expose.
Every crew inside of this place start to jump, start to move their waist. Wave it up now, falling in line. Represent for carnival time. Now here's what to do. Gather up your back and our crew. We're gonna show them how to jump. We're gonna show them how to wave. We're gonna show the world how we dance to get on. The island really rocking, feel the vibration. The better never stopping, sweetest sensation. And on the road we playing, mass inside the van. The country now we ruling. When we move with them boss. Join the winning crew as you lost. Cause we really don't give a damn if you try to break up this band. Now here's what to do. Gather up your back and our crew. We're gonna show the world how we just get on.
Up next, we have Drastic himself, Guava Jam.
Like guava jam, sweet like guava jam.
So
Yeah, sweet like guava jam, sweet like guava jam. Say you love me, touch my body. I just think man and girls, man and boys. So what?
yeah, my say.
Say you love me, touch my body, hold me tight. In the morning, through the night. She says sex me, caress me. She want me all around her waist. Draw back on it. She want me give a little wine, darling. Sugar, ah yeah. She want me take my time, body, mommy, oh yeah. She wanna blow my pipe, she ready blow my mind, yeah. She put my hand around her waist, roll it.
And another one from Drastic, Robo Man. next, we have Island Prince, Good Vibes.
Whoa, eh, eh, eh. Whoa, eh, eh, eh. I live in me life for me, not nobody. They can't tell we how we must party. You read the stage now, cause it's fed, we fetting again. See we fi carnival, try no worry. On the whole exposing we body. 3 damn years we dreaming to can shook up again. Right now it's fetting and fetting and fed. No good behavior inside the fence. And I see we talking on the weekend. Night after night till I'm in again. Now it's fetting and fetting and fed. No good behavior inside the fence. And I see we talking on the weekend. Night after night till I'm in again. Out on the road, winding up and do we own thing. Living we like to make we own thing. Out on the road, yeah, we living up and do we own thing. Living we like to make we own thing. Please come, bring the good vibes my way. I live in me life my way. Bring the good vibes my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. Bring the good vibes my way.
Up next, we have a soca track here that really lets us hear the iron. This was one of the biggest soca tracks out of Antigua. So up next, we have TZ featuring LA Crew with Work Me.
Walk up yo, make me feel. Turn up yo, on me all. Walk up yo, make me feel. Turn up yo, on me all. Walk up yo, make me feel. Turn up yo, on me all. Walk up yo, make me feel. Turn up yo.
I say this feeling I'm getting, I'm feeling so right. This hugging and squeezing my body so tight. I do not feel like leaving this place. I'm gonna say I wind up my way. I come into this party tonight to look for a real man who could handle me right up. One who could handle my ways, keep up with my pace, and would not make my job rough. Cause me done make up my mind to get on real bad tonight, yeah. Release so much stress and the problems right up in here. I want you to walk me tonight. Hold my body on your tight. And when you're done, I want you give me something to make me feel right. I want you to walk me tonight. Hold my body on your tight. And when you're done, I want you give me something to make me feel right.
Up next, we have Romel with Fever.
Differently, yo, for since Corona, like a plenty people have fever right now, they head hot, yeah, oh well too. Yo, somebody say differently, wow. Two years now I'm waiting and I come to bash up this place. Give you a wicked ready man, they come in with pretty pace like fever. Like fever, like fever, that's fever. Tell them over there whining and they whining all on the ground. But the man them over there fighting like they ain't like woman now. That's fever, that's fever, that's fever. It must be fever. Shell it, we gon' shell it down. Shell it, we gon' shell it down. Mash it, we gon' mash it down. Mash it. We gon' mash it down. You and the friend them lining, and you ain't digging no scene. You're buying all of the rounds, but he ain't buying a thing that's fever. That's fever. It's fever. It must be fever. Shell it. We gon' shell it down. Shell it. We gon' shell it down. Mash it. We gon' mash it down. Mash it. We gon' mash it down. Every day you complain.
Up next, we have Ricardo Drew with Vagabond.
They call me Bond. Vagabond. Agent 009.
It's true.
I don't even drink out half of the bar. I don't even push on no barrier. So why
we have Nature Kid with Celebrate.
Voice of the one Nature Kid representing. If you know that God been good to you this year, come on and celebrate. Yeah. If you know you're blessed with two hands in the air, come on and celebrate. Yeah. I'm working out to reach an higher level. Me take the limits off to a middle to make moves that I couldn't before. I know flying high like an eagle. See me emerging from the shadows. Shining bright, catch a blessing and flow. See me on the TV, hear me on the radio. Spreading the love as I go. So if you know that God been good to you this year, come on and celebrate. Yeah. If you know you're blessed with two hands in the air, come on and celebrate. Yeah. It's so sweet, it's so nice. I give praise and thanks to life.
Up next, we have Blade with Won't Complain.
What we tell them? Both time we live for feet and raise our faces off the ground. We used to meet and greet, but COVID parted out the crowd. The streets don't come alive and ain't no way we turning back. Just tell a friend to tell a friend we outside, check your steps. For 2 years I was hoping to be free this carnival. And this one I am missing, man, I got to see this gal. For festival, for bacchanal, while drinking on me alcohol. Lord, we won't complain if we got this. We can't complain if we free. For Juve money we need it. This one way soca so sweet. For the New Year God is a bacchanal, and the girl them bounce in the big bottom. Very nice vibe when they come around. For the New Year God is a bacchanal, and the girl them shaking the big bottom.
And our final track is by a previous member of Burning Flames, but is now the lead singer of the Red Hot Flames. Here is Sir Uncle and Red Hot Flames with Hypnotic.
Hypnotic. Hip, hip, hip. Hey! What is this? This is hypnosis. That's the G. What? Hypnotic. Help me. Okay. Hypnotic. Yeah, yeah. What? Hypnotic. Help me. Okay. Hypnotic. Every morning, especially some morning. People in a chat that don't know what they are doing. Watch them all dancing in a place, cause them all under hypnosis. And it has them jumping, 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 jumping up and then jumping up like them. Do hypnosis, oh boy, have them like this. Jumping, hypnosis, okay, have us like this. Pushing, do hypnosis, bird dog, have them like this. Whining with hypnosis, okay, have us like this. They're under heavy hypnosis, so what? Hypnosis, Juve is on them hypnotic, okay. Hypnotic, they're under heavy hypnosis, so what? Hypnosis, Carnival is on hypnotic, okay. Hypnotic, crazy. Hypnosis turn me into a lunatic, okay. Hypnosis turn now we into lunatic, crazy. Hypnosis turn me into a lunatic, okay. Hypnosis turn now we into lunatic. Oh, we feel good, bringing out we childhood. Mr. Mastermind has the message, but I feel good. Watch how we skip it to the left, and now we skip it to the right. And it has the
Okay, so guys, that is it. We just completed this week's episode, and boy, I had so much fun. It was definitely an interesting island. I learned so much from the locals, from online as well. But, I definitely had to go deep with this episode, and I am happy I did. I can't wait for season 2 when we definitely revisit Antigua and Barbuda. Till then, thank you so much for joining me on Steva J's playlist. Steva J out. Hey you! Need an audio ad in under 24 hours? Click the link now.
Affordable rates and great turnaround times. Can't figure out what you want to say to your audience? Let us help.
DS Imaging is all the team you need. DM or WhatsApp DS Imaging at
758-486-7232.
DS Imaging for all your multimedia and marketing solutions.